one of the most interesting and enduring mysteries of our time. 40 years ago today, Teamsters president Jimmy Hoffa disappeared. And despite a few leads since then, to this day, no one really knows what happened, and it's not clear whether we ever will. I'm here with USA Today's Owen Ullmann, who covered Hoffa's disappearance in 1975 for the Associated Press. Owen, remind us of who Jimmy Hoffa was and what were the circumstances surrounding his disappearance?
Right, Jimmy Hoffa was a very powerful president of the Teamsters Union, the most powerful union in the U.S. at the time. He went to jail for racketeering charges, was commuted by President Nixon in return for Hoffa's support for his presidential campaign. Hoffa comes back into the union. His successor had a cozy relationship with the mob, and the mob didn't really like the fact that Hoffa might upset their apple cart and their arrangement. So there was a motive to do away with him because they were afraid that he was going to try to regain power in the presidency of this powerful union.
What was it like covering the case, in the 70s, well before social media, YouTube, cable news? Do you think that if the case unfolded today, it would unfold differently?
Well, one thing, since you didn't have the internet, you didn't have social media, you didn't have cable TV, maybe Hoffa would have been able to send a text message or something and would have foiled his captors in the first place. But of course, there wasn't anything like that at the time. But covering it as a reporter, basically the Associated Press and its main competitor, United Press International, were the only major news organizations that were able to put out the news instantly. Everyone else had, daily newspaper deadlines, or they had TV evening newscasts. So whatever we reported was what fed the world on this incredible mystery that drew reporters from all over the world to Detroit. And it was just amazing being in the center of this huge mystery.
And in the years since, the mystery has endured. There have been a few leads over the years that authorities have acted on. Of course, nothing has come of those. Do you think this case is ever going to be closed?
Well, the mob was big in the garbage disposal industry, so you would think they had a lot of good tools to make sure the body was disintegrated and never found again. There were a lot of rumors that he was added to a cement mixture that built a giant stadium, although they never found any evidence of that. There was talk that he was turned into soap at a rendering factory. There's been a report that he was shredded in a cardboard shredder. I think the mob did a really good job, unfortunately for him and his family, of disposing of the evidence. I'd be very surprised if they found any remnants of Jimmy Hoffa. And of course, the people who were the main suspects are dead now. So I think this is a mystery that will last for the ages.
It's a fascinating mystery, Owen Ullmann. Thank you so much for talking us through it and looking back. You can read much more about Jimmy Hoffa on the 40th anniversary of his disappearance at usatoday.com.